Hey guys, Joe here at JP Details, and today we're installing a sound system in the unit. No detailing den will be complete without a half decent sound system, so I've bought myself a Panasonic AKX400 600 watt high power mini hi-fi system and separate Tanoy Eclipse 1 bookshelf speakers. I have two sets of universal surround sound speaker mounts, so I can mount one speaker on each of the four corners of the walls. I've bought 100 meters of half decent speaker cable, wall clips for the cables to keep them tidy, some plugs and screws for the speaker mounts, and electrical insulation tape for the wiring. All in, I spent a total of £260 and purchased everything from eBay. I didn't want to go crazy with the sound system install, but at a smidge under £300 I'm hoping this setup will do the job nicely. The first step in the process is to get the speaker mounts fixed to the walls. When drilling breeze block you create a ton of dust, so to save the amount of cleanup required afterwards, I'm going to move all of the stuff out of the way. At first glance the speaker mounts looked pretty complicated to put together, but after a quick browse through the instructions I began to understand. Just a simple case of lining the main bracket against the wall in the position where you want the speaker to go. Make sure the bracket is level using a spirit level and draw a few dots in the holes of the bracket where the screws will fix it onto the wall. Drill a smaller pilot hole for the wall plugs and then follow up with the correct size drill piece and make sure the plugs fit securely inside the holes. When the plugs are in, the bracket goes on and fixed to the wall using 3 screws. The next part of the installation requires you to put a few extra bits on to create the main swinging arm that the speaker will sit on. This isn't a DIY channel, so I'm keeping things simple. Here's how it looked when all fixed together. All we need to do now is fix the speaker to a couple of attachment arms that will then slot into the other attachment arms that I've already put onto the brackets. Drill a few pilot holes through the base of the speaker and then screw in the 4 screws to keep the speakers securely mounted. Please excuse the out of focus footage. With the front 2 speakers mounted, it's time to fix the rear 2. So all of this stuff needs to be shifted towards the front of the unit, otherwise it's going to be covered in a thin layer of breeze block dust very quickly. It's now 10:30 PM, I was in for a long night, although notice in the next clip it only took me just over 10 minutes to shift everything. I'm a fast worker, eh? I'm going to save you the boredom of me fitting another bracket, so here's the finished result. All 4 speakers are now attached to the walls. One of the most satisfying jobs, apart from turning the stereo on when it was all connected together, was peeling back the clear film from the front of the speakers. Time to get wiring the speakers up, which I'll need to run 2 cables to the front of the unit and 2 cables to the rear of the unit. I'll take a split from each of the main speakers and run them off to the bookshelf speakers. The wall clips are going to keep the cables together and nice and tidy on the top parts of the walls. I decided to not record any footage from this stage as it was closing in on 2 AM and I just wanted to get the job done. At the end of that night, all of the cables were in place and just needed to be joined together using the electrical insulation tape. The next day I joined all of the cables together and tidied them up using the wall clips. I then tidied and dusted the entire unit, including everything that's inside, as it turns out there isn't much you can do about breeze block dust. It literally gets everywhere. The unit was tidied up, everything was put back in its place, and all of the cables were wired into the back of the hi-fi system. It's time to test it out. Overall, I'm impressed with the quality of audio, and by having the 4 speakers that give a nice surround sound. So far, it's made detailing in here for long periods far more entertaining, so I'm very happy with my little motivational investment. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Drop the video a like, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one.